Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I'm Michael Jordan.
Haux!
I was in the that Space Jam movie, the first one, not the second one. The second one wasn't good. I was in the first one.
I never finished the second one.
It wasn't good.
No, it wasn't.
I didn't hate it. I didn't want to like gouge my eyes out, but like
I think I got like 20 minutes into the movie and there wasn't one Looney Tune.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't my favorite movie at all. I finished it, but it wasn't like I would never watch it again. First one, however,
I like the first one a lot.
I love the first one.
The first one's great.
It is so good. There's nothing bad about it. I have a video game that is like the Space Jam video game on the PlayStation 1, like the original PlayStation. It is so much fun. The controls, the mechanics are horrible, but it's fun to play. There's like mini games in between each thing too. It's so good.
I've never played a PS1 game.
Oh, you should. There's so many greats like Spyro. Spyro? Come on.
I played that on the Game Boy.
Yeah, but it's on the PlayStation 1 and it's the best game ever.
I don't own a PlayStation, Matthew.
Well, I do. I have a PlayStation 5 and 4, so you can just play mine. Just come over.
I could just take your 4 because you don't need that, right?
Well, I might someday. I don't know. I was always like, oh my gosh, how could anybody ever sell their PlayStation, like the one before it, to get the newest one? Like, it just boggles my mind how somebody could sell something they spent like $400 on just to get. And then I was like, once I got my PlayStation 5, I haven't touched. It's not even plugged in. My PlayStation 4 is not plugged in. I have not played it at all.
Doesn't it, like, it has the digital game library too, so you can just play PS4 games on the PS5, can't you?
Yeah, mostly.
So there's literally no point to you having both consoles.
There is no point except for I don't know. I don't know if I can play my PlayStation 4. Like, if I have discs and I put them into the PlayStation 5, I don't know if it'll read the PlayStation 4 games. Does that make sense? So, like, I have a bunch of PlayStation 4 games that if I want to play someday, I will. Or, when I have kids and they're starting to get into video games, I could just be like, hey, check out this PlayStation 4, this console that I care nothing about. When the PlayStation 8's out and I'm like, already have that, I'll give them the 4.
It's not going to be the PlayStation 8 though, because at that point there's going to be 3 companies, and so it's going to be like the Playbox Endo or whatever. Like, somehow all 3 big companies merged together to make the Nin Playbox. The Nin Playbox 3000.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I do like the PlayStation naming convention, though.
Yeah,
like, you have PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4,
yeah,
PlayStation 5, and then the PSP, the PlayStation
Portable, and the PS Vita, which was a small other like portable branch off. But that's
right,
it.
And that's great. That's all you need.
Mm.
I could not tell you the order that the Xboxes came out.
They're so like out of order too. Like, it just goes like the original Xbox. All right. Like, I have an original Xbox. And then they had the Xbox 360 was next. 360, where they got that, I don't know, but it's like a circle, I guess. Then they had the Xbox One. Right?
Yeah.
I think. And then they had like the Xbox.
The X?
I could not tell you that it is the naming conventions. Like, with the Nintendo consoles, they are different every time, but like they're not sequels of each other. Like, all of the Xboxes and all of the PlayStations are essentially upgrades to play better and better games, to run better. But all of the Nintendo games systems are like new systems. They're implementing something new
for the
like
consoles,
motion controls and everything like that.
For the consoles, for the most part, yeah. for the handhelds, you had the Game Boy, then the Game
Right.
Boy Advanced, and
Right.
then the Game Boy Advance SP.
Right, but that makes
the Game
sense.
Boy Color was in there too. Like, so that, like, those are improvements on each other, and those do get
Yeah.
like better and better. And then with the DS, you had the DS, DS Lite, the 3DS, and then I think there's one
Which
other
made
one in there.
sense. The XL they added and all this stuff, but like
Right.
they added 3D capability, so it looked like you were watching a 3D movie while you were playing a video game, and it was super friggin' cool. So like 3DS makes sense. It may not, well, I guess it was technically the third DS. There was the original DS, the DS Lite, and then the third 3DS, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, they had DSi before the 3DS,
Oh yeah.
where they added internet, which is where the I comes from.
But like that makes sense with the naming conventions. The
Right.
3DS was a 3D DS.
Yes.
So they just kind of smushed it together. The DSi had the internet access. That's where the I comes from. DS Lite was the lighter and smaller, more compact version.
Yep.
Xbox 360.
And then the
A
Xbox
box
X.
is not 360 degrees. It's a circle.
Yeah.
It's a game sphere.
I didn't really get the 360 part of it. Like, you can only play it 360 days out of the year. I don't
5
know.
days of the year, you're not allowed to play video games.
You're not allowed to play it. It'll block you if you play it every day, except
It
for
says,
this
nope, not today, son.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's never the same 5 days. Like they choose
It's just
arbitrarily.
It's not like just tacked on at the end. Like it's just like the first day of the year. You're like, all right, I'm gonna play Xbox on this New Year's morning, and then it's like,
Yeah.
nope, sorry, you're not doing that.
That would suck if you got Christmas as your first day you weren't allowed to play. Like I just opened it. What do you mean I can't play it yet?
What do you? We're doing some updates. They're gonna take about 24 hours. That's essentially what
that's
they do.
real though. That's
Yeah.
that's just a real struggle.
Yeah. The updates suck.
That's what I don't like about the Switch is like they don't let you know you have an update until you click on the game, and it's like, oh, we have to install
Right.
this, and it's like, you couldn't have told me that before I wanted to play this specific game.
Right. And unless you always turn it off, it's always in like sleep mode or essentially like rest mode, low power mode. So like, why isn't it updating games while it's in sleep mode?
Right.
Like I'm not turning it off all the way. I'm literally just putting it in like sleep mode. So why isn't it? You know what? Now that I think about it, maybe they just weren't very clever in the way that they were creating their system. Maybe it just wasn't. Maybe they just weren't very clever.
What are you doing?
That's right.
No, you can't.
That's
steal my
right.
bit. No,
I'm doing the quiz this week.
no, this is my bit, Matt. You
I
can't
don't
just
care.
take it.
I don't care. It's mine. It's all mine. It is
No,
mine.
Matt, I have a whole quiz ready.
Yeah, we'll save it for next week because I have a whole quiz ready and you're getting quizzed.
Hey man, real talk, real quick. Like,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
sidebar.
Just we're gonna edit this out entirely.
I don't appreciate this. Okay, like you should have told me if you wanted to run the quiz.
Right. But I don't care.
Right, but I spent so much time.
Right.
Like,
Oh yeah, no, yeah. That makes total sense, and I feel for you, but I do not care.
fine, whatever.
Let's get into it. This week's quiz that I will be running is called. Let me actually get away from the mic. I don't want to overload.
Oh no!
I don't want to overload. Hold on. I might have to go across the room. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, but it might still be too loud. Here, let me just go across the room real quick. Give me 1 second. This week's quiz is Texas Star. All right, coming back. Oh boy, I'm not as young as I used to be.
We're the
All right.
same age.
All right,
He can't hear me. This is ridiculous.
How was that? Did that sound good?
I heard Texas, and then I think the words Moonstar, but I'm not exactly sure.
I said Texas Smash. Did it cut out or something?
Yeah,
Because I was too
it
loud.
cut out right in the middle. Yeah,
I went across the room.
noise reducer, man.
Texas Smash. That's the name of the quiz. Since Noise Reducer had to ruin my vibe.
Okay, so the game is called Texas Smash.
Texas Smash. That's the name of
Okay.
the game.
1849.
Not even remotely close.
No, that's the year of the Alamo.
I don't care. That's not the quiz.
What's the quiz?
The quiz is all about anime. Your favorite thing ever. I'm so excited.
Why?
Is
that why you have
All Might?
All Might as your
Yes.
background?
Yes, it is exactly why I have All Might as my background. Mia and I, the origins of this quiz, Mia and I went to a ramen place called Ichiraku Ramen. Oh, it was so good. They were playing anime on two different animes on two different screens, Naruto and the other one that I know what it's called. What? It's called you know what? Doesn't matter. I haven't seen it. It's not.
No, go on.
Bleach.
Tell me.
Bleach. It's called Bleach.
Oh, I would love some Bleach right now.
Yeah, same. But anyway, so they were playing, anime on some screens. They had such good ramen. It was so good. Probably the best ramen I ever had, excluding my own ramen. But no, it was better. Let's get right into it. Connor, how you feeling? How you feeling, bud?
Something I haven't told you yet is I have been doing a little reading.
A little reading? Manga?
Yeah.
Manga reading?
Hold on.
I'm reading manga, which is My Hero Academia.
It is actually some manga reading.
Oh my gosh.
One of my coworkers at my new job, she and I were talking about different nerdy things because I was wearing my Infinity War shirt at work. And the next day she comes in and gives me this manga called My Room is a Dungeon Rest Stop.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
And so I've been reading it. She had to teach me how to read the manga.
It's backwards. Usually manga will have in the very end of it, because they assume dumb Americans would open it up to the very back, and they actually have how to read manga like on the back there. It's really sweet.
I don't have how to read manga. I have a bunch of little artworks.
Maybe it's because My Hero Academia is really popular in America. That's possible.
It does have a full page artwork from the cover in black and white.
That's sweet.
But she literally was like, "Okay, so you're gonna start on this panel and move across like this and like."
Yeah, it's all backwards. It's hurting your dyslexia.
Yeah, it's like a backwards comic book, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's hurting your dyslexia, isn't it? Because you already read things backwards.
Yeah, it's already a struggle for me to read, and now I have to learn how to read in Japanese. All right, fine. Quiz me on anime. Let me get this all wrong. Let's go.
All right. The first one's kind of easy. The first one's pretty easy. What year was the first full-length feature anime film released? You got to guess. I say within a decade. I'll give you that.
First full-length anime film.
Yeah.
1978.
That was close. It was in the 1900s. It was actually 1945. 1945. Yeah,
1945.
1945. Yeah.
What? Because Snow White was in 1939, wasn't it? So Japanese animation was pretty early.
Yeah. Oh, it was. I mean, it's the first full-length feature anime film. Like, it's pretty early.
All right, cool. I got that one wrong. Let's go.
Are you ready for number 2?
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's just plow through this so we can talk about things that are actually interesting.
Anime is interesting. To be fair, I only know like 2 of these, so this will be fun.
Question 2. Let's go.
preface for the rest of this quiz. If I pronounce things wrong, I apologize. I am not a native Japanese speaker. It's not my native language. I'm doing my best.
Nani?
The anime Haikyuu was created to make which sport popular?
Volleyball.
Yeah, it was volleyball. How do you know that?
They love volleyball over there. I could tell you that.
You were so confident. That was unnerving.
It's a weird fact I know about Japan that they love volleyball.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I
Next
think
question. Oh, go ahead.
my friends watch anime, and they've told me they watch one that was like, they described it as battle babes playing volleyball against each other, and so I figured volleyball was the answer.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good. Pretty quick. One right. We're getting strong. We're getting there.
Let's go. Let's move on.
Everyone in code GS, it's GEASS. I do not know how to pronounce that, but that's my best guess. Loves pizza because the series was sponsored by which pizza chain?
Pizza Hut.
Is that your final answer? I should ask that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pizza Hut.
Connor, that is correct. What?
You know you know why?
I don't want to know why. Yeah,
you want to know why? Because no one out pizzas the Hut.
No one out pizzas the Hut. You got.
Man, quizzes are easy. I should do these more often.
Yeah, I hate you.
I don't know why you're complaining so much. I also like to point out, if listener, if you didn't hear that, he just said under his breath that he hates me during a quiz he's giving me.
You shouldn't be getting these right. Although this is a pretty simple quiz. Like that one and the volleyball one, you just had to pick from like known sports and known pizza chains. So like pretty easy, but you did get them pretty quickly, so I'll give you that.
Yeah, because I'm the best. Next one.
This one's a 50-50 shot. True or false?
Okay.
50 new colors were created for the anime Akira. True or false?
True or false? 50 new colors were made for the anime Akira.
50 new colors, brand spanking new, never been seen before colors. 50 of them.
True or false?
Mm-hmm.
True or false?
True or false? Yep, that's the question.
Well, AJ's in the room, and I'm trying to see if he'll give me the answer.
Okay, well, AJ can't cheat, so neither can you, Connor.
Okay, so I think I've seen footage from Akira, and it seemed pretty like a darker and like more monotone, like a darker red, I think, for his biker jacket or something like that. I think Akira is a guy. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it was a girl, but
okay. I could be thinking of the wrong thing then. I guess I'm gonna say false.
Is that your final answer?
No, because why would you ask that if it wasn't true? No, because it couldn't. The number 50 could be. Okay. The number 50 could be wrong. So they could have created some new colors, but not 50 new colors. I'm going to stick with false.
You're going to stick with false?
Yep. Final answer.
Did you hear the pen click? Is it?
I did hear the pen click.
That is incorrect. It was true. 50 new colors were created for the anime Akira. Isn't that crazy? They just came up with 50 new colors that nobody's come up with before.
That happens a lot in the art world.
That's insane. That is
I know.
insane.
You just got to mix things together and then like take a picture of it and be like, "Hey, is this a thing yet?
Is this a new color yet?"
With the color gradients, and they're like, "No, it's not." And they're like, "Haha, cha-ching."
Money. All right, next question. Again, pronunciation, but just nobody attack me. I'm an idiot. I know. The anime Saze-san began in the 60s and is still running to this day.
Right.
About how many episodes does it have?
You said Saze-san?
Saze-san.
I've never heard of this one. And
Neither.
I thought that the longest running anime was One Piece,
Me too.
which I
Before
know has
this.
420 hours of media to watch.
That's a lot of
You
hours.
said it started running in the 60s?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I forget what
Absolutely.
the thesis is.
The anime Saze-san began in the 60s and is still running to this day. About how many episodes does it have?
So 60s. Let's see.
You're thinking that's like 60 years of anime.
That's about the same amount of time as Doctor Who. Okay. Let's say there's a roughly 30 to 40 episodes of anime each season. Right? Because they're longer seasons because they stretch the story out a little bit. I will say I've seen a few episodes of Naruto, and one
Good
fight
show.
lasted like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, such a good show though.
Especially because they were early episodes and they were fighting in like the school. And
Yeah.
it was the sand dude.
Yeah, Gara.
Yeah.
I was actually just watching that episode in the ramen restaurant. That's wild.
I remember that episode because it had broccoli in it. I think
Yeah.
that's it. Broccoli.
Rockly. Yeah.
And he did like the white lotus chakra or something like that on him.
Sure.
I know it was like some big like souped up anime move, and it almost killed him, but the other dude just like had a small crack in his sand armor, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Ugh."
Yeah. Nani?
So let's say 40 episodes per season over 60 years, one season per year. So that's going to be about 240 episodes. No, that's so short because there's 240 episodes. Arrow went to 200 episodes in season 7.
Yeah, and I will say like Naruto has probably about 200 or so episodes.
So I was thinking 2000 then. I think I did my math wrong because we're doing 40 times 60. So that's 240.
2 zeros. Yeah.
240 2,400 episodes. I'm going to say roughly let's just go to 2,500 to be safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Final answer?
Do I get like a range or do I have to guess exactly?
I was going to say probably within 100.
I didn't hit that goal, did I?
Not even remotely.
It was at like 10,000 episodes.
Guys, close actually. It is 7,800 episodes. Above.
Oh.
It says more than 7,800 episodes.
So
that's wild.
Is it continuous like one season each year, or like how does it go? Because that would make it the longest running cartoon ever, longer than The Simpsons.
I've never even heard of this anime ever.
Let us know if you know information about this anime, because that's actually
it's fascinating.
Syndication aspect of that is really interesting to me.
All right, number 6, true or false, another 50-50 shot. Connor, oh wait, I'm sorry. I don't have 5 there. You got that wrong. So I'm gonna click that. Number 6. True or false? This is a fun one, actually. I liked learning this. Astronaut Akihiko Hoshide, that's my best guess, recorded his dub for the anime Space Brothers while in outer space. True or false?
Can you please repeat it again?
Absolutely. Astronaut Akihiko Hoshide recorded his dub for the anime Space Brothers while in outer space.
So I'm gonna say true, but
Okay.
before you tell me if I'm right or not, here's why. I want to believe that's cool or that's true because that's cool.
Yeah.
Um, the idea of like recording audio in space, though, to have a professional audio booth up there would probably be difficult.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of other things going on in there, and I've watched streams and like interviews from from space peeps, and it's not great audio. But the only reason I considered it might be false is that you could be telling me the wrong name of the anime. Like it's not Space Bros, it's like Space Falcons 3000 or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm gonna say true.
Not gonna lie, this would be the dream. Like recording for a cartoon while in space would be the coolest thing ever. Like this would be my dream.
It would add authenticity to what you're doing because I'm
Right.
assuming Space Bros, again, if this is real, takes place in space, and so
Right.
like
Maybe they intentionally did it. Maybe they were like, we really need an astronaut to go in space and record the voice.
we need an astronaut type actor. Can we get one? It's like, no, there's no one available. It's like, I guess we'll just ask an astronaut then.
How about astronauts? Are they looking for some extra yen?
All right, so, what's the answer here?
That was true. That was
Nice, that's
true.
really cool.
Yeah, no, that's sick as heck. That's
All right,
awesome.
run the clip. We don't have the clip.
Wow, that was a really good clip.
We can't do that.
No, we can't.
We don't have the capability to run the clip.
We don't have the money or the copyright to do that.
It's how much?
Sorry,
In
we're talking
yen?
with our lawyers right now.
That's in yen. Oh, in dollars. Oh no.
As you know, yen is like there's like 1,000,000 yen per like $10 or something like that.
Oh, in the manga, the dude gets the apartment for like 30,000 yen, and he's like, "That's so cheap." I was like, "What is your money?"
Yeah, what is the actual conversion rate of American dollars to Japan yen?
Let's not talk about how money is counted again because I still don't understand. How does American money work? Okay,
it
if it's
it
not the
shouldn't.
gold standard, how does it work?
It shouldn't. It
It's like
shouldn't work.
magnets; they don't make sense.
No, they definitely okay. It's fine.
Matt, I have a question for you.
Yeah,
How do magnets work?
molecules and polars and things like that.
You got beakers and other science stuff, you know?
How does water phobic stuff work? It's because the
Well,
molecules they repel each other.
it's typically a learned behavior. The water's parent or the thing's parents did not like water either. They kind of raised them in that environment. Um, we're hoping after a few generations of being exposed to it and becoming more popular within media and representation that waterphobic people could start to not be as prevalent. But you know, it's a long battle right now, and we could do our part by just
End
standing
water
with
racism.
standing with the water.
Fist up to water racism. Against water racism.
Let me show you. Let me show you how I feel.
Let me show you how not racist towards water Connor is right now. He's drinking a huge Dasani water bottle that's like 32 ounces of water, fluid ounces. Man, he is guzzling this water down, just drenching his insides with water. Oh my gosh, he might finish all 32 ounces of this water. Oh, he's struggling to breathe, but he's got this. He already can't smell out of his nose, but now.
Do I need to blow my nose? Is that what you're telling me?
All right, number 7.
Also, it's 33.8 fluid ounces. This is a whole
I
liter
was
of water.
I was guessing, but I was dang close. That was good. Number 7. What well-known anime movie was the first one to ever win an Academy Award?
Oh, it was a Oh, it was one of the Studio Ghibli's. I cannot remember. Oh, I know. Spirited Away.
Was that your final answer?
Yeah, I wanted to say My Neighbor Totoro, but I know it's Spirited Away.
That is correct. That is correct. It was Spirited Away, which is such a weird but amazing movie at the
I've
same
never
time.
seen it. No clue what it is.
I own it. We're gonna have a watch party. That'll be the next Garlic Press movie we watch is Spirited Away.
Tell you what, AJ's probably seen that, so that's not a bad idea.
It's such a good movie. I love it so much. It's wild. It's Studio Ghibli movies absolutely insane. Like
Is
mushrooms insane.
is it the one with the goldfish girl?
No, that's Ponyo. Ponyo's good
Ah,
too. Ponyo
and
is really good.
and My Neighbor Totoro is the big like raccoon dog thing, right?
Yeah, that thing. Little bunny rabbit raccoon thing. Yeah. Wild stuff. All right. Question 8. Another true or false. You got a 50-50 shot. Nice.
Oh,
Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, another well-known anime, was based on drunk people. True or false?
can you clarify what you mean by based on?
No, I cannot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no.
My assumption is when they were like creating the show, they wanted their characters to look like drunk people or to act in a certain way similar to drunk. Actually, let me look this up.
No, it's not drunk people. I think it's the Seven Deadly Sins. Because there's one really fat guy whose mouth is always open.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say false. It's not drunk people. It's Seven Deadly Sins. Trying to trick me.
All right, give me 1 second.
You're trying to trick me.
So, is that your
dare
final
you.
answer? Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That was incorrect, Connor. That was incorrect. It was based on drunk
Dang.
people. And let me tell you exactly what it says in the thing that I got all this information from. Hajime Asayama, Attack on Titan's creator, drew inspiration for the Titans after he had an interaction with a drunk customer at an internet cafe. Asayama appeared Japan's Nihon TV's Zip program and stated that a drunk individual made him realize how difficult it can be to communicate with someone despite being the same species.
So the Titans are the same. The Titans are humans.
I haven't seen it. I have not watched that show ever. I just know they have no skin. No, some of them have no skin, or maybe one of them has no skin. Anyway,
Wild.
number 9. Perhaps one of the most well-known and popular animes in America, the United States of America, I should say, is Naruto. A show about a young ninja who's training. I should say a young ninja in training.
Right.
Who's hoping to become like a shinobi warrior and eventually become the Hokage. All right. You have seen a couple episodes, so you kind of know the premise.
Right.
However, the origins of Naruto are not exactly the same as what was released. What was Naruto training to be in the original idea that was by his creator?
You couldn't have asked me what spirit he's possessed by, or what which Hokage his father was, or like any like
His father was a Hokage?
yeah.
No, I actually knew that. I'm just screwing with you.
His father was the third Hokage, I believe.
Yeah.
He comes from the Leaf Village. I know that. You couldn't have asked me any of these simple questions. I now have to try and figure out what he was supposed to be training. Was he training to be?
Isn't this great?
I swear the quizzes I make for you aren't this difficult.
No. Do not even go there. They are horribly difficult
I
every
gave
time.
you a board game quiz last week.
Yeah,
You
about
like board games.
about what year they came out. I don't even know the year of my own birth, Connor, let alone what year a board game that I've played maybe twice came out.
Play more board games.
I play board games all the time, but I don't pay attention to what year they came out.
What was he training to be? So if he's not training to be the Hokage,
kind of like
Which
the
is like-
origins of Avatar: The Last Airbender. He was originally supposed to be like a sci-fi character that
right?
was frozen in ice so long that the world was able to restart from square one kind of
Right.
situation. It's like
Right.
they changed the origins. That's kind of what I'm talking about by his original idea.
So his original idea was probably not the late 1800s sort of Japanese feudal. That's what the feudal Japanese
I think so.
time
Yeah.
period, right?
Just
Go
think
with
of some professions.
Prime Minister. He was going to be the Prime Minister of Japan.
Do they have prime ministers?
I believe they do.
Oh, I don't know if they do.
They used to have emperors. Would you rather me say emperor and be in that
No.
way? Like he was trying to lead all of Japan and not just one village.
Listen, you're currently tied up. You're currently tied up in the questions. You got
Is
two
this my
questions
last
left.
question? Okay.
No. Two. This is one of two questions.
Can you give me some sort of
Yes.
hint with this?
That's what I was gonna do. Naruto is a huge fan of what food? Do you know that?
He wanted to be a ramen chef.
Is that your final answer?
Well, he's a huge fan of ramen. So if he was going to train to do anything, if that's what you're saying, if it has something to do with it, then he's probably going to be a ramen chef, right?
It's possible.
Yeah, final answer. I don't care anymore.
I love how upset Connor gets when I just give him the exact same level of difficulty quiz that he gives
This
me
is the
every
exact
week.
same difficulty.
This is something you know zero things about, and and I'm quizzing you on it.
But I gave you a quiz on me, and you lost it.
Yeah, that's because I'm really not good at knowing small details about people. I'm really horrible at it. Anyway, you got that right. That was correct. That was very correct. He wanted to be a chef.
So it was going to be the same exact anime, except instead of being the best ninja, he was going to be
A chef.
a chef.
Yeah. Probably a dang good one, too. Number 10. This is an easy one. All right. You were already doing the math on Japanese yen to English dollars. So here you go. In the American equivalent amount, approximately, sorry, I have a hair on my tongue. Approximately how much does the average entry-level Japanese animator make annually?
So I was talking to AJ about the book, and he read part of it, and he said 30,000 yen. That's like $300 US.
Okay.
So 30,000 is $300. I'd say a day rate for animation is probably about $500, right? And so working a 40-hour work week, 5 days a week, that's day rates or something different. So sorry, we're gonna go to 2,500 a week times 52 weeks. Let's subtract like 8 weeks maybe for like holidays, days off, things like that. So then we're at what 44 times 20 44 times 20 or 44 times 2,000 88,000 plus 500 or times. And so that puts us at like 62,000 US. So let's say 6.2 million yen.
6.2 million yen. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
I was gonna give it to you if you were close. I really was. That is not even remotely close. The entry level artist can make as low as 1.1 million yen, or about $9,500 annually. That's it. $9,500 annually. I was hoping you were going to
That's
get that right.
crazy.
That's insane. Absolutely. I make that much in like 3 months. That's insane.
I made a little bit more than that last year.
Right? Like that's
and I don't even know how to draw.
I don't have a tiebreaker, so I'm gonna give you this one unless
think of a tiebreaker real quick.
you're not gonna you're not gonna get that one at all. Okay. You know what?
You think of a tiebreaker. I'm gonna talk about Ben 10. So in the original you think of a tiebreaker. Don't
I
look
have
at
a
me.
tiebreaker.
Oh, okay, then give me the tiebreaker.
You see Naruto, right?
Yeah.
What's his last name?
Oh, you just said it. Ugatashi.
That's actually pretty dang close.
Can I give you more facts about him and you give it to me?
We'll see. What are the facts?
He has the nine-tailed fox spirit inside of him, and it's in a cage. And every time he taps into the nine-tailed fox powers, he gets like one of the tail foxes and everything. And so, like, he has the normal ninjutsu, which is the one he uses, as opposed to Rock Lee, who uses a different type. I cannot remember what his are called, but he is more of a physical fighter, while the other ones are more like chakra, like mana type fighters. They're a little bit more magical in their type of jutsus. I believe there's 3 different types of jutsus. I cannot remember which one they're or which way it's pronounced. But like he's also in a class. It's him, Sansa, and Sakurai. Sansa, the one girl, I forget her name, but she's
Sakura.
in love with Sakura. She's Sakura.
She's Sakura.
Oh, I thought the other dude was Sakura.
No, Sakura,
Anyway,
is like a cherry blossom. It's pink, and it's definitely more geared toward the female character in this old show.
Well, Sakura is in love with the other dude, but Naruto is in love with Sakura and kind of just wants to impress her as much as possible. But he also is just really in love with ramen, so sometimes he has to choose. Then there's the old pervert master who he meets at the ramen shop. I remember that.
Okay, hold on.
He has a son named Baruto with Sakura eventually.
If you can give me his nemesis, the guy that Sakura likes, if you can give me his actual name or something close to it, I'll give it to you.
He starts with an S. I can tell you that.
It does. It does.
Sokka. It's Sokka. It's Sokka from Avatar.
That's actually wildly close, if I'm being 100% honest.
Sakurai.
That's Sakura is his
Sakura.
love interest.
There we go. Nailed it. Moving on.
It's Sasuke. It's Sasuke. That's his name. Sasuke.
That's what I said. Run it back.
I'm pretty sure if
we can't run back the audio.
No, we can't.
We can't prove that's what I said. Well, what's the point of us hiring you to be our lawyers if you can't help us? We actually haven't paid you yet.
We have no money.
We have no money? Is this bit over with?
It's been over with.
Okay.
Okay. So how many games have you yourself been a player in? You were in the one with AJ, and this one, is there more?
These are the only 2 quizzes I've ever done.
These are the only 2, and you won the one with AJ.
Yes.
I don't remember who won. I'm gonna give you 1 win and 1 loss. We'll keep it even. 1 win, 1 loss total, so that in 6 years, whenever I do enough quizzes, you'll get punished, and I will be very excited.
Well, you know what? Let us know if you enjoyed this. If you liked the idea of me getting quizzed, maybe we can do this more often. And Matt can actually, put some effort into the podcast.
Guys, I know you're out there. I know you're out there. It has been radio silence on our social media since our inception. I know you're out there. I know people listen to the show. I can see the stats on the show.
We have the numbers. We know you're there listening.
We have the numbers. Please, for the love of all that is good and holy in this world, comment, say something, interact a little bit. It goes a long way.
Do you know how deep our numbers go? We can see where you're listening from.
Yeah. We can see what podcast app you're using.
Hey, guess what? We know we have 1 listener in Sweden now.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. That's
sweet. I didn't tell you that. We got somebody in Sweden listened.
That's sweet.
I do have some friends that live in Sweden, so maybe they listened.
Maybe it's them.
I hope so. But
I want to live in Sweden. Can you guys hook me up?
From what I can hear, it's pretty sweet.
No, I just did that joke. You can screw right off. That was my joke. I just did that. And you just ignored me and walked right past it. And then you used the same joke.
Right, but I said it louder, so everyone's laughing at me saying it, not you.
I didn't want to enunciate the D too much to make it sound like whatever. What's your topic?
I didn't even enunciate the D. I enunciated the T.
What's your dumb topic? All right, just give me the topic already.
All right, hold on. My topic this week is the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor.
Okay.
This is an award. I believe we've talked about this before on the show, but it's an award given out annually, starting in 1998, so it's as old as we are, to different comedians, and it's to sort of celebrate people in comedy for their work, for what they've contributed to it. And other comedians and people important to them will come in, talk about the guest of honor. It's something that they know about ahead of time, so like they're prepared for it. It's not like the Oscars where like the winner is revealed that night or whatever.
Right.
There have been a lot of notable people that have won, but I wanted to mention this year's winner and recipient of the award, Adam Sandler.
Oh, wow. Adam Sandler.
And I also wanted to quickly kind of go through the other winners, and we can talk about them and see if you know who they are, Matt.
Oh,
because this isn't officially a game or anything. This is just, hey, Matt, I'm going to say a name. Can you tell me who this person is? And if you can name one movie or TV show they've done, that'll also be great.
Lord. Okay.
This is a lot of fun for me. Because one of my special interests is comedians, and so a lot of these people I've seen things they've in. I've watched comedy specials if they have them. Like I can tell you a lot about comedians, and so it's going to start with 1998. The winner, recipient that year was Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor. I definitely recognize the name. I 100% recognize the name. I have absolutely no idea, but it sounds like I might be wrong. Is it the guy? Have you ever seen the movie Haux? Is it that guy? I don't know if he's ever been in anything funny, but I feel like that's his name.
I am looking at his filmography right now.
I do not know anything. Unless that's it, I do not know anything he's been in.
I am not seeing Haux at all. And you're saying that's a movie?
It's a terribly sad movie, yes. Which is why I was like, it could be him or it could very not be him. Because he
Yeah.
could have been in funny stuff, but also this really sad movie.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that.
That's okay.
Um,
Now that I've guessed, I'm gonna look up Richard Pryor to see if it's the guy.
yeah, do that.
Oh
What?
wow, yeah, no, not even remotely. That's not the guy I was talking about. Was a white guy. Nope, this ain't him.
Wow.
I didn't know.
Um,
I've heard of the name, but I do not recognize him.
the thing that I thought you might know him from was, have you ever seen Superman 3 with Christopher Reeves?
No, if I'm being
He
honest.
co-starred inside that movie.
Okay, who was
And
he?
he's just a guy,
Just a
literally.
guy. Okay.
He was also in a baseball movie. I think it's Brewster's Millions.
Okay.
I could be wrong on that. Yeah, because John Candy starred in it with him.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what this one is.
The guy
But
I was thinking of was Richard Gere, which I
that's
understand. Richard
so far
and
off.
Richard. Well, no, they have the same first name.
Yeah,
I just
but
didn't recognize the last. I know I've heard of Richard Pryor. I just don't know where from. That's okay, but that's why I heard Richard and a name I didn't recognize at the end. So yeah, there we go. That's strike one.
all right. Your next person is Jonathan Winters. He received the award in 1999.
I don't recognize that name at all. Sounds like a very generic, like John Green or John Green's great. I don't know why. John Green does a lot of research. What's the Nicholas Sparks? That sounds like a Nicholas Sparks character. I'm sorry. I do not mean to offend Jonathan Winters. I'm
It's
sure
cool.
he's a great,
He's dead.
hilarious guy.
Um,
Okay, never mind.
He was an actor on TV shows throughout like the 70s and 80s, like the Steve Allen Show, Mork and Mindy, and he was in It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World.
Okay.
But what I think you'd probably know him most from was he voiced Grandpa Smurf on the TV shows and Papa
Nice.
Smurf in the 2011 Smurfs movie.
Oh wow.
And he died 9 days after recording his dialogue for Smurfs 2.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Is that the one with MPH in it?
Yep.
Gotcha.
If I'm being honest with you, I don't know him as much as some of the other peoples. But those who honored him were like Steve Allen, Sid Caesar, Robin Williams, Bunny Hunt, Robert Wall, Eugene Levy, and Michael McCain. So I'm also just going to quickly mention this next gentleman. I don't really know him either. Carl Reiner. Actually, now that I say his name out loud, it sounds familiar for some reason.
Same, but I do not know.
He was also in the Mad, Mad, Mad World. Yeah, he was just a comedy writer. He did so many things. He worked with Rob Reiner. I think, no, what does this say? He's the father of Rob Reiner.
Oh wow.
Oh, he also worked with Mel Brooks.
Oh,
Neil Simon and Woody Allen.
I've definitely seen Carl Reiner in something.
Yeah.
Apparently he was in the home movie The Princess Bride, the one they did during the pandemic.
Interesting. Rob Reiner was or Carl Reiner was?
Carl.
He lived that long? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
no, you're fine.
No, he was 98. That's so cool.
Goodness.
But yeah, he got honored in 2000. Just trying to speed through this bit a little bit more.
Yeah.
2001, Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure you know who she is.
Yeah, Sister Act, baby.
Yep.
And lots of other things, but Sister Act.
2002, Bob Newhart.
Oh, I definitely know that name. Mm-hmm. I do not know what he's from. I know it.
He starred in the Bob Newhart Show.
Oh, wow. The Bob Newhart Show, really?
He was Papa Smurf in Elf, or not Papa Smurf, Papa Elf.
Gotcha. Yep.
He
That's
was
where I
also, I
recognize the
think,
name.
Professor Plutonium on Big
Yeah.
Bang Theory. I think that was his name.
He,
I don't.
yeah. Yep. I think you're right.
2003, Lily Tomlin.
Oh my gosh. What is with these names sounding so familiar and me not knowing a single? I don't know.
Grace and Frankie.
I don't think I've ever watched that.
Okay. Did you see the trailer for 80 for Brady?
Yes.
She's in that.
Oh my goodness. That movie looks so ridiculous.
2004, Lauren Michaels. Lauren Michaels was honored.
That's another name I recognize, but have no idea
You know why you recognize it?
why.
Because he was the creator of the SNL.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Fun fact: he is also the only recipient that was born outside of the United States because he is Canadian American.
Oh, wow.
2005 was Steve Martin.
Oh, yeah. Cheaper by the dozen, only murders in the building, lots of other things.
Three
that
Amigos.
I've totally seen. He was in the Pink Panther.
He was in the Black
he was in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Did you not see the pasty white guy?
Black Panther and Pink Panther are just so similar as movies. They get confused in my head.
Yeah, no, they're so similar in how they present themselves, and it definitely wasn't inappropriate. Pink Panther, wow, yeah, it was good. It's a good movie. I thought I was
still remember Chadwick Boseman at the end of Black Panther standing there in front of the entire UN and going, "Hamburger,
hamburger,
hamburger,
no hamburger,
hamburger."
Yeah, no, terrible movie. I didn't see it ever.
I did. I saw both of them.
Oh, there were two.
Yeah, they're both bad. 2006, Neil Simon.
Oh my gosh. I know the name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really don't.
It's okay if you don't know him from acting because he was typically he was mainly he was a playwright and screenwriter. One of his most famous shows that he ever wrote was called The Odd Couple.
Oh, okay.
And we actually also performed one of his plays, at Waynesburg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, freshman year. Cannot remember which one it was called, what it was called, but I remember he wrote it, and it was really good.
Interesting.
Yep. 2007, Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal. Oh, he was in The Princess Bride. He was in that one baseball movie where he was an announcer. I don't remember the name of it at all.
That was 24, wasn't it?
It was Parental Guidance is what it was.
He was also Mike Wazowski.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. I got that one, though. I got that one.
2008, George Carlin. He was awarded it. George Carlin was a very good comedian. He I think his most famous bit is like the 5 words that you can't say on television, or maybe it's the 12 or something like that, and like goes through all the swear words and like talks about them and things like that. He was the first person to ever host SNL. We talked about that a few weeks ago. And unfortunately,
crazy random happenstance that
his award was given posthumously. It wasn't intended to, but his death occurred between the announcement and the ceremony.
Gotcha.
Now, 2009, we come to a very disappointing year.
Okay.
Because this is when Bill Cosby was awarded.
Ouch.
Thankfully, though, his award was rescinded in 2018 due to the sexual assault conviction.
Hey,
so we're just going to move on.
Cosby Show. I think he was also voice actor in Little Bill. If you ever watched that,
he created Little Bill. He also
did?
voice acted in Fat Albert.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's a terrible person. Anyways,
Yeah, definitely.
2010, Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. Oh, I can see her face, but I don't think I've ever seen a movie she's been in, if I'm being honest.
Promise you have.
Oh, yeah. What movie?
Megamind.
Oh, well, that was animated. I know her face, but I don't know what she's voiced. She was the girl.
Baby Mama.
In, I don't know what that is.
It was her and Amy Poehler. It's a great movie. She played the teacher in Mean Girls.
Oh, wow. Did she really?
Yep. She was in Muppets Most Wanted.
I haven't seen that one.
She was in This Is Where I Leave You. We talked about that earlier.
Did we?
You have to pay attention.
I do. Listen, in the moment, I pay so much attention, but my brain has zero short-term memory storage at all. It's empty.
She was also on SNL, if that helps you. She was in 30 Rock.
I've never seen that ever. But I could picture her face. When you said Tina Fey, I knew her face almost instantly. So I know who she is. I just don't know movies and stuff she's in.
Did you ever watch the Sarah Palin bits on SNL?
Yeah. Oh, she did.
She did those.
Yeah. Okay. That was way back in the day.
She was the youngest recipient of the award.
Oh, wow.
When she received it.
Congratulations, Tina.
Now, this is going to be a hard one for you, so it's okay if you don't know this one.
Okay.
2011, Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. Can you use it in a sentence, please? No, Talladega Nights.
Ferrell,
Elf.
please come to the principal's office.
Elf. That other movie with the one thing that happens. The prehistoric one. I just don't remember the name of it. I haven't. Yeah, it's been
Land
a
of the
while.
Lost.
Land of the Lost. He's been in so much. How could I?
He also was in Megamind.
He was in Megamind. Yes, absolutely. He was in Megamind. Totally. Daddy's Home 1 and 2.
Both of them. So many others. Night at the Roxbury. Do you remember that movie?
Step Brothers. No, I've never seen Night
Talladega Nights. You were so proud of you. Yeah, I'm just saying. You were so proud of yourself for finally watching that.
Now who's not paying attention?
2012, Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres, The Ellen Show. She's also Dory in Finding Nemo.
Very good.
She's also a crappy human being, from what I've heard.
Hers has not been rescinded yet, though.
Nope.
2013, Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett, The Carol Burnett Show. Yeah, I know Carol Burnett. My girlfriend and my mom will be proud of me.
It was the first of its kind to be hosted by a woman. The Carol Burnett Show was.
It's basically SNL, but with other people, and it's not SNL.
Right.
They just do like skits, right?
Pretty much. Comedy sketches, song and dance, film parodies, things like that.
Yeah.
She was also in Horton Hears a Who.
Oh, was she really?
Yep.
Cool.
She was in Mad About You. And she also appeared in Better Call Saul, apparently.
Better Call Saul? I haven't seen that yet. I haven't finished Breaking Bad, if I'm being honest. So
discussing media with you hurts me.
I know, because I start. It's my ADHD compulsion. I start a lot of things and never finish them. I give up when I get bored. What else? What else is wrong with me?
2014, Jay Leno.
Jay Leno. Oh yeah, I do know he was in Last Man Standing. He's also had his own talk show, like late night. So,
what show did he host?
Late night show. I don't know.
He hosted the Tonight Show.
The Tonight Show. Yeah, that's what I said, right?
Nope.
Basically the same thing.
2015, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Oh, he was really big in like the early 2000s, but he was in that one movie. No, listen, I know Haunted Mansion. I know that one. I know he's in Daddy Daycare.
Say the biggest one he was in.
Daddy Daycare.
No.
Dr. Dolittle.
No.
What else was he in?
Dude. He was
He
Donkey.
he was Donkey. Absolutely. That's what I was just getting there in Shrek. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I hate you so much.
And probably some of the Puss in Boots movies, if I'm being
No,
honest.
Donkey doesn't make an appearance in those.
Oh, not even this newest one?
Spoiler alert, if you have not seen Puss in Boots The Last Wish yet, at the end of the movie, Puss in Boots is on a boat and he's sailing towards the coastline of far away.
Right. So at the end of that movie is when he chills with Shrek and them?
Well, we don't see anyone else. It's just implied that he's heading back there because
Right.
Shrek 5 is happening.
Shrek 5 is happening? Oh my gosh. I'm
Oh
so
yeah,
excited.
Shrek 5 is announced, dude.
I hope it's better than Shrek 3 and 4, if I'm being honest.
I can promise you it's probably going to be better than 3.
Yeah,
'Cause
probably.
4 was better than 3, I'll tell you that much.
But
And
it was
4
still
was
pretty
not
bad.
great. 2016, Bill Murray was
Bill Murray.
mm-hmm.
He was in Osmosis Jones. He was in Ghostbusters. He was in Zombieland. He was in What About Bob? He's been in a lot of stuff. I love Bill Murray.
Just a fun fact for Bill Murray before we move on. Miley Cyrus was one of the people that honored him that night.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know why, but like the other ones all kind of make sense. Like
right.
like David Letterman, Emma Stone, Bill Hader, Aziz Ansari,
Like comedy actors.
Sigourney Weaver was even there. Like
right.
Like makes sense. Why was she there?
I don't know. That's wild.
2017, David Letterman.
David Letterman. Didn't he? Shoot, I definitely know David Letterman. Didn't he also have a Tonight Show or something like that? I don't know. I recognize the name. I cannot picture him.
He was on Late Night. So the show that Stephen Colbert hosts now, he used to be the host.
Right.
Of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely recognize his face. Okay.
I definitely recognize his face.
I definitely recognize his face. I never forget a face.
Right.
Named all the time.
For sure. 2018, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Ooh, definitely recognize the name. Do not know. I don't know.
She played Elaine on Seinfeld.
Okay.
She was also Valentino in
the new, basically she's going to be the
Black
new
Widow,
character.
Black Widow, Wakanda
Forever,
yeah. And Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, she's going to be big. I totally didn't put two and two together that she was from Seinfeld.
Hey, but she is big.
I haven't
very
seen
famous
Quantumania. No. I meant.
Oh,
I
you
meant
mean the character?
The MCU.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah. 2019, Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, wasn't he also like a late night host?
No.
No, I recognize Dave Chappelle.
He did have his own TV show.
The Chappelle Show, right?
Yeah.
I just don't recognize what he's been in, I guess, if I should say.
Do you remember you've probably seen the skit of the guy who was like one of the biggest racists in the KKK, and it turns out to be a blind man that was black.
I do recognize him. Yes.
Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, they did not have the honors for 2020 and 2021.
Couldn't they do like a retroactive honors? They should.
Probably, but they didn't. So
boo.
The next one went to was in last year, 2022, and that went to Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart. He also has his own show. What's wrong with Jon Stewart right now? But he's also been. I don't know if it's like if he had night shows, but he had like a news show, kind of like Comedy Central's other show that I don't remember The Daily Show.
He was on the Daily Show. Yes,
Was he on the Daily Show?
He was the second host.
Gotcha.
So there was the original host. Didn't really like bring it to its height. Jon Stewart was like the Daily Show's host for the longest time.
Yeah.
His tenure there brought us like Samantha Bee, Steve Carell, Ed Helms, Stephen Colbert, John Oliver, people like that. But he was sort of in that area. He was also in Big Daddy with Adam Sandler.
Okay.
And he's on The Problem with Jon Stewart right now.
The Problem. Okay, I knew it was something like that. Where it, yeah, yep.
And
He's
of course, that brings us to 2023. Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
The broadcast for this is actually going out the night we're recording.
Oh, nice.
But so you should be able to watch the honors now. I took up so much time with my bit
That's
today,
okay.
and I'm sorry, Matt.
It's okay. I'll save my my little thing for next week.
Do you want to do something quick that we could talk about? Because we did spend a lot of time talking about anime, to be fair.
We did. That was my bet. Oh, you know what? Mine will be pretty quick. Google. I just got an email from Google the other day. Google, listen, Google's a big corporation. I get it. We're a little anti-corporation on this show. However, Google just sent me this funny little thing called Bard. Bard. They're releasing a new thing, although right now it's in the experimental phase, and they may or may not release it depending on how well it does. But I was invited to test out this new thing called Bard by Google. I know probably other people were invited. I'm not special. I get it.
No, we were invited to test it out. It was.
Oh, was it on our email?
Yeah, it was sent to the Garlic Boys email. But
oh my gosh, I thought it was my own email. It's okay. It doesn't matter.
I didn't want to make. Hey, I'm sorry. I don't want to make you feel any less special.
No.
But
we are special. We were invited.
We were invited
to take part in this experimental beta phase. I don't know if it's a beta phase. Experimental phase of Google's Bard. And it was actually a really cool thing. It was really cool. I put in listen, I'm trying to develop a Western murder mystery for certain things that we cannot discuss because the lawyers are right there, guys. I'm trying to develop a Western murder mystery, and I put some stuff into Bard, the little prompts, which I still hate that word, but it's the best word, you know. And it gave me some good stuff. It's kind of like ChatGPT. I know that's going around. It's pretty popular right now. AIs may take over the world, but really, is that such a bad thing? What I'm trying to say is use Bard when it comes out. Absolutely. It's such a cool thing. It's so helpful. Like it's marketed not toward writing murder mysteries for possible D&D campaigns you do in the future. It's marketed toward like helping you, develop a business strategy or develop ideas to help you in the business world. And like, while it can help you with silly things, it can also help you with really, really cool big things, like finding out what to name a business by giving it some little input. It's really cool stuff. I just thought it was really cool. I love AI. I love it.
I should point out that we're not sponsored by AI at all.
By
any of them?
By big AI.
Big AI has not sponsored us. They could probably. I don't know.
Although I wish I was.
If they want to, I'm not going to say no until I do.
Google doesn't have to sponsor us for us to highlight the cool things that Google's doing. And this is one of the cool things I think Google's doing.
Nice. I like that, Matt. Thank you for letting us know.
And it was short and sweet and to the point.
Just like me.
You're taller than me. You're like 6 foot.
So thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Garlic Boys. This was fun for us. This was our 25th episode. And
Yeah,
so if you haven't listened other than this one, go back and listen to all 24 other episodes.
the
That's
good
a
stuff.
whole it's a whole day's worth of content still available to you.
Oh my
And
goodness.
then
Well, yeah.
let us know
Plus,
on Twitter, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok of what you thought. Any information do you want to share with us on there? Communicate. We're gonna respond. If you'd like to show us support more than just communicating with us, as we said earlier, we have the Patreon. It's patreon.com/the Garlic Boys. It's very fun. We have exclusive content up there. The Garlic Press, which is our monthly debate show, exclusive clips from the episodes that we did not release, like things that we've had to cut out of episodes. The first bit we have up there is only about 15 minutes long, but it's just us discussing the past of the world's sexiest men. Some are,
deleted scenes,
yeah,
bonus content.
things like that. It just starts at $3 a month on the lowest tier. And so even if you just want to come and say, hey, I really like what you're doing, I want to help support you to further it, and then you can do that.
You'll get a cool
Finally,
shout out on the show.
everyone will get to know your name.
Everyone.
Everyone. And finally, if you'd like to watch videos of the podcast as you listen to it, you can find those on youtube.com. They're like 4 weeks behind. And so the week this goes up, I believe it will be episode 21 that just went out. And so just go in, listen to it, give us a like, comment, share, all of that. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. You know what time it is.
Taco Bell time, honestly.
Yeah. Matt,
You said
any
ring the
final
bell.
thoughts?
All I could think about was Taco Bell. That's it.
Hey, live Moss, y'all. Matt, any
Live
final
Moss.
thoughts?
Live Moss. That's my final thought. There you go.
Live Moss, and remember, as always, to
Stay
garlicky.
garlicky.
I hated that. Don't make that noise ever again.